what's up, y'all? I'm Clare Dunn, and I'm originally from a farm and ranch in the way southeast corner of Colorado, but we're here in Nashville, which is home. I've been a songwriter, artist, producer here in town, and really grateful for that opportunity. My music is definitely influenced by the Western world that I come from, so bringing a little Western to the country music. I think what inspired me to start playing music was just this desire, this love of music. I was always the kid running around like a wild banshee, just singing songs, dancing. When I was about 6 years old, that was the first time I performed in public. I think my mom was trying to figure out, what do I do with this child? And she asked me if I would be interested in this, and it was a local reproduction of Hee Haw. I sang a George Strait song, and I just remember how much I loved it. And then I remember at the end, people clapped, and I was like, well, they seem to enjoy it. I seem to enjoy it. This kind of seems like a win-win. So it just started from a feeling of love, and that's all I've ever really known from music, is just this love and happiness from it. I think what's so special to me about playing guitar is it's another voice. You know, I'm a singer first, but there's things that you can express vocally. I started playing out of a desire to make my own records. Until I moved to Nashville, I didn't have a tool. So I started playing in college with the whole purpose just to get what was in my head out and into my music. And guitar seemed like the path for me. It seems like the instrument most similar to the voice, but yet there's still things that you can do with the guitar that you can't do with your voice. And I think as a songwriter and a producer, the guitar was just that vehicle that I needed to be able to express myself in a way that I couldn't with just my voice. I think there's a lot of women killing it right now in the music industry. Someone who I think is reaching or has reached the pinnacle of that success is Adele. She represents something classic. She represents a style of music, singing, songwriting that is from an era gone by, but yet somehow is still modern. She's carrying those influences of Aretha, and like for me, Tina Turner is an influence. I think what Adele is doing is bringing those influences into the modern world in a very classic way, and that's something I aspire to do with my music, is to bring all of my influences and the good about it and make music for the time that we're in. There was a lot of women in music who inspired me to start playing, but I think one in particular was a lady named Tina Turner. I remember hearing River Deep, Mountain High, and I remember hearing this powerful voice cutting through all of this thick strings and production, and I just remember hearing her, and I get goosebumps just thinking about it now, and I was like, what is that? I had never heard a woman sound like that before. I went to YouTube and I looked her up and I watched her perform, and my God, she's this electric entertainer. And then I realized she was from a farm. And I was like, my gosh, me too. And she was just such a trailblazer. She was so inspirational. She still is today. And I think people like her and entertainers like her don't come along, but very, very rarely. She'll always get my vote. My advice for any woman just starting out in the music industry is don't be afraid to work harder. Sometimes you have to. Surround yourself with people that you can trust. Be careful who you associate with, watch your back. Show up prepared, show up ready to work, and you'll be fine. You'll be good. And don't be afraid to just be who you are. Everybody judges everybody. Who cares? You were made the way you were made for a specific reason, and if you shy away from that, who knows what you might be missing. I think I'm using the platforms that I have to inspire or encourage women in the music industry to just be who you are. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to dress a certain way. You just have to be who you are. I just am who I am. There's no apologies, there's no bones about it. And I hope that other women, especially young girls and beyond, I hope they see that, and I hope that just inspires them, like, It's okay. I can just be who I am. It's not a big deal. Don't be afraid to just be who you are in the moment. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to stay the same. It's just who you are. Finding that and accepting that and being okay with it. Some amps, when you hit a pedal, you feel like, oh, I got a totally different amp all of a sudden. But this one, it eats pedals well, and so to speak, and they just kind of melt and work together. I love the freedom that guitar players were expressing themselves with in the 60s, and I loved how raw and rock and roll it was. The VOX AC30 represents all of that to me. Like, you just plug into one of these and you're back in 1962. It's awesome. And I think that's what drew me to the AC30 is it's big and it's unapologetic. If you want to blow someone's hair back, you can do it with this. Just set them 3 feet in front of it and you'll be fine. So I'm getting ready to release a song that I wrote and produced. It's my first single of 2023. That's going to be dropping in early March. So follow me on Instagram and TikTok and all the social media platforms at Clare Dunn Music. And I'm really excited about that song that's coming out. It's real rockin'. I'm releasing a covers project, and I just released 2 acoustic versions of songs off of that. And there'll be more to come on that. So just follow me at Clare Dunn Music for all my music, because we are getting ready to put out a lot. So I'm super pumped. We're going to be on tour in 2023 this summer and fall. And we're going to be announcing some dates real soon. You can check my website, claredunn.com. We're really excited. We're going to be playing a lot of rodeos, a lot of fairs and festivals, back into some clubs this fall. So be sure and just go to claredunn.com. You can get tickets through there, as well as through my social media, Clare Dunn Music. So come out, rock out with us.